All right, Dave, you are all set.
All right, meeting called to order. Today is Tuesday, September 15th. It is now 7:02 p.m. Town Council meeting is the Sewer Commission via Zoom.
Roll call. Council President Goslin.
Here.
Council Vice President D'Amico.
Here.
Councilman Messier.
Here.
Councilman Licciardi.
Here.
Councilwoman Williamson.
Here.
Participating communities, Town of Coventry, Town of Situate, City of Cranston, City of Warwick, Town of West Greenwich. We have a quorum on record. Meeting of the previous minutes. Resolved that the minutes of the August 18th, 2020 Town Council meeting acting as sewer commission is hereby accepted.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll take a roll call vote. Councilman Licciardi,
Yes.
Councilman Messier,
Yes.
Councilwoman Williamson,
Yes.
Councilman D'Amico,
Yes.
and I vote yes.
What's plant manager's report?
Good evening, everybody. I'm here to present August 2020 plant manager's report. With the influent coming into the facility, we had an average flow of 3.6 million gallons a day and a maximum flow of 7.7. As in regards to the CBOD removal, our percent rate was at 98% and the TSS was at 99%. Total nitrogen, as we are still in season, the required removal rate, the required removal is 7.6 milligrams per liter. The facility achieved 7.3. As regards to total phosphorus, the facility achieved 0.07 milligrams per liter. As regards to a sludge removal from the facility, we sent 400.55 tons, wet tons to Senegal. Of these 97.4 tons, 97.94 tons was the conversion of the dry tons. We also sent 74.25 tons to the landfill. The conversion of that into dry tons was 16.80 tons. This is roughly about 4 truckloads to the landfill. This totaled up to be in wet tons 474.8 tons and dry tons being 114.74. As regards to the collection system, we had 3 block-ups in the private lines, being Lockwood Street on 8th of August, Monterey Drive on the 12th, and Kent Street on the 27th. We had 0 in the public lines. The staff were trained on lockout, tagout this past month. Order complaints, we had 5 order complaints. This was due to cleaning of the scrubber. When we are cleaning the scrubber, we have to take it down for a few days. We add acid in there that cleans out all the crystallization that happens in the tank. And in that process, when we're doing the cleaning, we actually take the scrubber offline, and sometimes it will cause nuisance orders. And in this case, we had 5 order complaints coming in from the neighborhood. And in regards to the facility violations, on that, the facility did well. We had none. That's the end of my report.
Any questions for Harrison? Thank you, Harrison.
Thank you.
Next, we have industrial pretreatment program report.
Good evening. The industrial pretreatment for the month of August. During the month of August, our focus is on preparing the annual report to be submitted to DEM. This annual report is in compliance with EPA and DEM regulations for industrial pretreatment. The report covers the activities of all the significant industrial users, the commercial users, and the performance of the wastewater treatment facility. An electronic version of this report has been provided to the commission, and over the next couple of weeks will be posted online for anybody's review of the documents. With regards to the significant industrial users during the month of August, Rhodes Technology submitted their self-monitoring report, as well as the retesting of their acetone. All of their permit limits were in compliance. During the month of August, there were 9 restaurant food services that were inspected. With the exception of 1, all of them were in compliance. The Indian cuisine, during our inspection, we found that the grease recovery device had not been working. While we were there, the owner cleaned the recovery device, got it working, and we require them to submit monthly progress reports on their cleaning operation. With regards to new permits for the food service industry, the Chipotle's Mexican Grill, a new permit was issued. If you recall, this is the new one at Showcase Cinema Properties. And a permit was issued for Bonehead Wings Bar in West Warwick. Plans were reviewed on the JP Morgan Chase Bank building located in Warwick. And other inspections on House of Liquors on Quaker Lane. During our inspection, it was found that the lateral had been blocked, and we notified the owner. The owner corrected the situation and avoided a major block up to their facility. DAI in Coventry installed the inspection manhole as required by the program. However, the lint trap remains to be installed. And we'll follow up next month on that operation. And that's all I have.
Any questions for Jim? Thank you, Jim.
Next is the financial update. Year-to-date operating debt expenses for fiscal year 21 has, as of August 31st, total $2,026,644, which is 22% of the annual budget. Fiscal year 21 sewer usage collections through August 31st total $2,774,285, which is 41% of the total bill. Of that, $19,049 represent interest. Fiscal year 21 assessment collections through August 31st totaled $196,405, which is 70% of the total bills. Of that, $552 represents interest. Cash and investments through August 31st totaled $3,231,842. That's all I have.
Any questions for Christine? Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome. Old business, DEM consent agreement.
Just to follow up, I think Tim had sent in a memo regarding this, but the reason they have not proceeded with the consent agreement for West Warwick is that they are negotiating with the city of Cranston and their legal team with regards to some modifications that the city of Cranston wants in the consent agreement. So once that is completed, then they will execute the consent agreements with Warwick and West Warwick. But right now, they're just holding off, waiting for Coventry, city of Cranston to resolve their issues. Once that's done, then West Warwick will get the consent agreement. As of right now, the testing is put off until the consent agreement is signed. That's all I have.
Any questions? Thank you.
Resolutions. Contract for services with CWL O&M Solutions LLC. Resolved that the town council acting as the sewer commission hereby approves the attached contract for services from O&M Solutions LLC to provide an update and gap analysis related to April 2018 organizational review and business practices evaluation report. Total cost not to exceed $13,500. And it will be charged to the study cost account 2000-5669.
Move the resolution.
Second. Jason, do you want to talk about that at all?
Sure. We discussed this at the last sewer commission meeting last month to have O&M Solutions come in for 100 hours, no more than 100 hours, which will span the course of, I would say, maybe 2.5 months, 3 months, to do a follow-up study to the previous study that was done back in, I would say maybe 2 years ago. And myself, Councilwoman Williamson, the town manager, and Charles Lombardi from O&M Solutions met last week to go over the scope. And this is what you see here. It's pretty straightforward. And I guess I'm going to mention this. I don't know if this is the time, but our assistant superintendent, Mike Bedard, just put in a resignation letter. He has taken another job, and his last day will be, I believe, the September 25th here. So that will change quite a bit in this scope, I think, coming up. So not to micromanage, but Harrison, this is up to you to create a plan. And I mean, I'm sure you know all this. You know, as of 2 weeks from now, you're going to be playing both roles. So I just like to see a written plan going forward, and that should be provided to myself, Councilwoman Williamson, and the town manager. And seeing the town manager's last day is going to be October 9th. Depending on how we move forward, we'll pass this plan on to the interim person.
Yep, I'll
That's what I have.
I'll have the plan ready.
Thank you.
Any other questions on this? Hearing none, I'll take a roll call vote. Councilman Lashardi,
Yes.
Councilman Messier,
Yes.
Councilwoman Williamson,
Yes.
Councilman D'Amico,
Yes.
and I vote yes.
The consent agenda. Resolved that the consent agenda having been posted, all matters having been referred to proper departments and being disposed of or awaiting recommendations, the same is hereby approved.
Move the resolution.
Second.
Move a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Councilman Lashardi,
Yes.
Councilman Messier,
Yes.
Councilman Williamson,
Yes.
Councilman D'Amico,
Yes.
and I vote yes.
Public comment.
Any public comment on sewer? Hearing none.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll stay on this meeting. We'll stay on this meeting, correct? And we'll get set back up.
Yeah, Dave, I just have to change the broadcast to the council page from the sewer commission's page.
Thank you.
So do I have to call into a different number?
Nope, you stay right here. This is gonna take 30 seconds.